You know, my doctor says that I tend to have high blood pressure. And the main reason I like to attribute it to is because I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. And this entire season has not helped that condition. Now, currently at 6-7, the Vikings somehow find themselves in the bubble with a way to make the playoffs. I don't get it. This team confuses me more and more every week. You start out, well, then it doesn't, because it confuses me because this team starts out whooping the Steelers 29-0 at half. It's like, okay, this team is respectable. They're finally getting everything together that they need to. They're finally doing it. And then throughout the entire second half, which by the way, they started to dominate in the third quarter again, but then it just spiraled out of control after that. You almost let up a 29-point lead to the 6-5 and 1 Steelers that just, I don't understand it. I really truthfully don't understand it, but there's a couple things that shine through. Number one, Mike Zimmer's starting to coach like he's got nothing to lose, and it's about time. It's about time because this entire season, this is the Alamo for Mike Zimmer. This is it. Do or die. This is do or die for Mike Zimmer. A lot of credit to some of the references I'm making to the Purple for the Win podcast, but I got to be honest. This is do or die for Mike Zimmer right now, because right now you have a situation where you're 6-7. You have 10 days before you go into prime time to play the Bears, and you need to take care of business there. And you are also in a situation where you barely squeaked by with a win against the Steelers. And if I'm being honest, I think they honestly deserve to have lost that one. That's at least 2 games, the Vikings. The Lions game, the first one of the season, and also this game. Like, there's so many games. I don't even know if the Vikings deserve to win, like, games against the Chargers. Like, this is just unbelievable right now. You saw dominance in that first half, and then you saw what the Vikings have done the entire rest of the year, which is just let these teams back into it. Zimmer said a while ago, they have to develop that tenacity, that mindset of putting their foot on the opposing team's throats and finishing. They haven't done it. Now, I think that at the end of the day, it comes down to the Vikings needing to find a way to finish, yes. But I also think they need to do what has worked for them this entire time. And that means Zimmer needs to continue blitzing, needs to continue doing his thing. Because when we saw it last night, we saw Armand Watts, all those boys. Michael Pierce got a sack as well. I mean, it was fantastic. Sheldon Richardson, Harrison Smith. Oh, he annihilated Big Ben, by the way. And then Eric Kendricks also had a sack as well and 11 tackles. So what you go with what works. And what works is you die by the blitz. You just double A gap the entire rest of the season. Mike Zimmer better be blitzing the rest of this season, because it's do or die for the Vikings right now. There is no room for losing anymore. It's done. They have to win out. They have to just find a way to get it done. They have to find a way to win out, and then maybe find a way into the playoffs. We'll see what happens. I don't know what I think. They're somehow magically still in this thing, which amazes me. But you can't lose another game. You got to take care of business throughout the rest of the year. And I think that's pretty well known at this point. But Kirk Cousins overall, shifting more to the focus of the actual statistical outpoint of the game. You saw Kirk Cousins go 14 of 31 for 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I mean, he looked like there was a problem with the way I don't know if it was like he wasn't on the same page. I think there was like 2 or 3 throws I saw to KJ Osborne where it didn't look good. Like, he just was not on the same page. Like, KJ would run a curl and then Kirk would throw it as if he's going long. So I don't understand what was going on there. I mean, they've been in this entire, the same offense for the entire season. I don't know what went wrong there. But then also you saw Kirk throw a bomb to KJ for 62-yard touchdown. That was great. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. Then you saw Justin Jefferson. I mean, every time this man just gets the ball, the Vikings, something good happens for the Vikings. And yet the Vikings still have a hard time figuring out, hey, let's continue to throw him the football, because in the second half, I do think a little bit of it was the Steelers clearly stepped up on defense in the second half, but still, I don't care. Screens, slants, something. Get this man the ball. Just put him in the backfield, hand it to him. I don't know. Cordell Patterson maybe? It shocks me. You also got Tyler Conklin, who had 2 catches for 20 yards. The vast majority of them on that, 19-yard catch and run on 1st and 20. That was crazy. Or 2nd and 20, whatever it was. But Dalvin Cook clearly he balled out. And I think this is honestly just going to help them moving forward, because if you see a leader like Dalvin Cook just run like that with just having that kind of a prognosis or a diagnosis, having a dislocated shoulder, can't talk tonight, I think it really drove the team. You saw a difference in that team in the first half with the way that Dalvin Cook was running the football. And you can say what you want. Yes, they were probably motivated and just, a spark. Dalvin Cook was not only that spark, he was the fire last night against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, again, we saw some good things. Even that 3rd down and whatever it was that he caught that 17-yard pass. Chris Herndon also caught a 17-yard pass. That was good to finally get him involved. Bashaud Breeland, he has good, he has bad times, so it's a whatever. This defense, we just need a little bit more consistency, and I think that this team, if we can get that first half of Vikings defense throughout the rest of the season, the entire NFL needs to watch out, because the Vikings offense is going to put up 28 a game, and the defense, they were shutting out a premier team last night, and yes, they let him back into it, but that's a hint, a small hint of what we have seen and could see with the Vikings. But let us know what you guys think about the Vikings almost blowing it. Again, I at this point, that's kind of become the norm. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Check out our website at thesportsbeatpodcast.com. In the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. Give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And then finally, if you have anything you'd like us to cover, send us an email to sportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would be glad to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about your reaction from the Vikings and Steelers game last night, where they almost blew it.